You breathe in the September air. You look around, you see the leaves change color. Feel the fall breeze. You might go apple picking, might get some cider donuts. Yeah, that's something that people do. Yet, for some reason, none of those really truly remind you of fall. No, what truly reminds you of fall is the Phillies choking harder than anyone for a third year in a row. Seriously. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another edition of It's Always Sunny in South Philadelphia. That's right, we're going back to back this week. You got an episode yesterday on Penn State. You get Penn State. Am I Australian? Penn State. This week, today, you get an episode about those Philadelphia Phillies that keep choking. I'm your host, Riley Rich. Let's just get basic overview. As I cannot speak, I don't know if you guys have picked up on that, but I seriously can't speak. I don't know why I do this. But the Phillies just went on a West Coast trip. They played at Arizona and at San Francisco. I was hoping for 4-2. Oh, God. To say they underperformed would be a drastic understatement. Before I get into why, let's just cover up the basic things that we do before every episode. Make sure to follow and subscribe to wherever you listen. Talking Spotify, talking Google, talking Apple, talking CastBox, Stitcher. I don't even know if I'm even on Stitcher, but I'm on more places than I know. Just if you are somehow listening to this and you look up and you see a follow or subscribe, just click that button just to make sure that you appreciate this if you appreciate this content, that you can get more of it. And I don't, again, say this basically for the last 2 weeks, I still don't have it on me. Still do not have merch, and I still do not have Sadman, but we will get Sadman back soon. But you guys know where to get merch. It's bonfire.com/store/IASSP-merch. And with all that being said, let's begin. Starting with the series at Arizona. A very, very tragic series. We go to Monday's game. We go to a 7-0 lead. And now you are feeling nervous, as I have said, that this is a tragic series. Well, what if I told you, fellow listener, that didn't watch the Phillies? I mean, obviously I know a few who did. But what if I told you that the Phillies gave up 12 runs over the span of 2 innings? That's right. 6 runs each in the 4th and 5th. Ranger Suarez started this game. He went 3 2/3, 5 hits, 6 runs, 2 of them earned, 2 walks, 4 strikeouts. Yep, there were a ton of errors. Truly the Philly way. Getting a ton of errors in there. Christopher Sanchez came in the 4th and proceeded to, in the 5th as well, and proceeded to give up 5 runs. Well done, buddy. Andrew Bellotti and Brad Hand also came into the game, and guess what they did? Oh, they gave up runs. Bellotti came in the 5th, Hand came in the 8th. 2 different scenarios, but still equally as bad. And Jose Alvarado was the only one that actually did his job. Nice job, Jose. See that demotion to AAA really helped you out after all. Team as a whole went 3 for 10. 7 runners left on base, usually in a pitcher's duel, which we have been seeing more and more of from this team. This wouldn't be a problem, and we would turn these into wins, especially considering that we got 7 runs in this game, which usually in that number, we would be able to get wins. But this is why that 10 runs equals a win in the Pythagorean theorem. Pythagorean win-loss theorem, not to confuse anybody in geometry or something. 2 different things, but same guy. Kyle Schwarber, Rhys Hoskins, Alec Boehm, and Bryce Harper each had 2 hits. Bryson Stott got on twice. He went 1 for 4. He had a walk as well. 8 team strikeouts. Again, not the greatest. Also not the worst. We're not talking double digits, but still a number that can be improved on. We like those 4 to 5 team strikeouts. That's really like what we want to see. We also had 8 team strikeouts the following game too. On Tuesday, just to clarify, Monday's 13-7 loss, and Tuesday, the one we're going to talk about right now, is a 12-3 loss. Why? Because we never, ever, ever learn our lessons. Aaron Nola started this game. See, this is where that false hope sets in. Aaron Nola with 4 innings pitched. He had 10 hits, 8 runs given up. All of them earned. And no walks, 5 strikeouts. Sam Coonrod came in this game. He gave up a run. Connor Brogdon, David Robertson did their job, and then they realized that the score is 12-3 and said, "Screw it, Nick Maton, buddy, go pitch," and he did. And well, what did you expect would happen? He kind of gave up a few runs, obviously. I'm just gonna say it flat out. Corbin Carroll. So, Diamondbacks called up their number 1 prospect. His name is Corbin Carroll. He's an outfielder, primarily a left fielder. Oh my God. He's 22 years old, by the way. Oh my God. Is this kid fast? Well, is it he has 100th percentile sprint speed. There's really nothing more that I have to say. He's the fastest player in baseball. Basically, according to Baseball Savant. There is no one faster than him. He single-handedly just running from first to home, gave the Diamondbacks an extra run that helped them, that propelled them to winning this game by 9. Still, 1 run isn't going to cover for the fact that you lost by 9, but still, Connor Brogdon, David Robertson did fine. Couldn't get runners on base at all. We went 1 for 1 with 1 runner left on base. Yes, that 1 for 1 is great. We're getting hits, but the problem is that we're not getting guys on. It's a mix of both. We would like, as the runners in scoring position increase, which is what we need. We need runners. We need them to cash in as well. But in order to cash in, we need those runners on base, and we did not get that this time. But the only silver lining to that is that we have less runners left on base. We only had 1. Brandon Marsh was easily our leading hitter for this game. He went 2 for 3. He had 3 RBIs. Kyle Schwarber and Rhys Hoskins, obviously they're power hitters and didn't hit any home runs. So if we look at 3 true outcomes, if they didn't hit a home run, didn't walk, what does that mean? Oh yeah, they struck out. Struck out twice. Garrett Stubbs and Alec Boehm each had throwing errors. Not the greatest. Also kind of why we're losing these games. If we clean up our act in the field, we will balance it out with pitching and offense. But if you can't play defense, then you're not going to win. Sorry, I don't make the rules. I just continually say them over and over again until I bore you, and then you finally do something. Zach Gallen, the New Jersey native, pitched against his hometown team. And, of course, just because he's one of the best pitchers in the game, he absolutely dominated. 7 innings, 2 hits, no runs, 1 walk, 7 strikeouts, and he propelled Arizona to a 12-3 win against the Phillies on Tuesday. So 13-7 loss on Monday, 12-3 loss on Tuesday. Wednesday, I see it right here, 1, 2, 3. That's a W, baby. 18-2. Yeah, we were really saving all of our offense for Wednesday. Let's get right into it. First off, I just got to start off with the facts. 18 runs. 24 hits. Everybody that had more than 1 at-bat had a multi-hit game. Even Nick Maton, who had 1 at-bat, he went 1 for 1. I believe Garrett Stubbs was the only one that came in the game and didn't hit. Bailey Falter pitched this game. For whatever reason, we're winning these games with Bailey Falter and losing with Wheeler and Nola on the mound. We are giving Falter all of our run support where Nola and Wheeler have none. Falter, with 6 1/3 innings pitched, he gave up 5 hits, 1 run, no walks, and he got 6 strikeouts on the mound. Nick Nelson came in, gave up a run, but silver lining, he pitched 2 2/3 innings. Very nicely done by our longer relief pitcher. Wouldn't really call him a long relief pitcher, but he did very solid. You know how you could also tell we dominated this game? Yeah, I'm going to say it again. Runners in scoring position. 16 for 29. Okay, I'm going to make this clear right now. If you have 29 plate appearances, you are not losing. Or 29 plate appearances with runners in scoring position, you're not losing. And if you have 16 hits, no matter what that number is, you're not losing. Unless somehow Atlanta Falcons choke, which would be the most hilarious thing ever. I'm just FYI. Alec Boehm, Bryce Harper, Rhys Hoskins, Brandon Marsh, and Mundo with 3 hits. Sorry for that. Had to do that. Brandon Marsh again, 3 RBIs, driving in those runs. Those count for something. And then Garrett Stubbs, Gene Segura, and Matt Vierlade, all with multi-RBI games. Very solid way to end the series. Getaway day wearing red jerseys. You would think that would carry over into our next series at San Francisco. Oh boy, would you be wrong. Remember, this isn't any Phillies team we're talking about here. This is a 2020 September Phillies team. This is one of the greatest collapses y'all have ever seen. I'm actually not trying to be cringe. I just naturally am. On that note, let's just get into it, as you should be seeing like Phillies Giants or something now. But yeah, so after our very spectacular 18-2 win, we go out and lose 13-1. Like, I am not making this up. You can go look it up for yourself, MLB.com/Phillies/schedule. You can look this up for yourself. This is a real Phillies week. And this is why we're Phillies fans, people, because it's really funny to post this stuff to YouTube. This is why being a Phillies fan works. But and making a podcast out of it. I'm not excusing you guys too. You guys are also my guys. Thank you all. But yeah, let's get into this Giants series. Garrett Stubbs pitched. I think if you're pitching Garrett Stubbs, then you're losing the game, or you have lost your natural mind. Backup catcher, by the way, for those who don't know. I just want to make sure that we're covering all bases, that our backup catcher is pitching. And that works. It does. When you're getting blown out. Kyle Gibson was the actual starter for today, or for this day. And he went 1 2/3 innings. 5 hits, 7 runs, 4 walks, 2 strikeouts. Yeah, you're not winning with that stat line. You know how we titled last week's Phillies episode Ambush Tactics, where we talked about driving that starter out of the game early and how it led to success? What do you think the Giants did right there by knocking Gibby out in the second inning? Yeah, they got to our bullpen, and they pretty much dominated us. Sam Coonrod came in. He gave up 4 runs. Christopher Sanchez and Garrett Stubbs obviously gave up runs. He's not a pitcher. And Christopher Sanchez also came in and gave up runs. And the only competent pitcher of this game is, wow, Andrew Bellotti. Nice. Nice job. Too bad that we don't care. Most Phillies fans wouldn't care. I don't know why I'm over-explaining this, but I just feel the need to cover all the bases. See what I did there? The team as a whole went 1 for 4 with runners scoring position, 4 guys left on base. Again, if we're getting like less than 7 plate appearances with runners in scoring position, we're not winning games. I'm sorry. Again, don't make the rules. This is just how it works in real life. You got to get at least bare minimum 7 at-bats with runners in scoring position. We're looking for like 2 for 7 or 3 for 7, and then excellent pitching to win the game. That's what we're looking for here. Right now, 1 for 4, 4 left on base, not a good number. Alec Boehm came in, he got 2 hits. Nick Maton, Rhys Hoskins, Bryce Stott also had hits. Yeah, we had 5 hits this game, also a great total to have. 19 strikeouts. Again, not great. And then Kyle Schwarber and Rhys Hoskins, Brandon Marsh, all accounting for multiple strikeout games. So those three combined for 6 of the 9 strikeouts. Alex Cobb pitched for the Giants. Yes, that same Alex Cobb from like 7 years ago on the Rays. And yes, that same Alex Cobb from like 3 years ago against that Orioles team that you continue to beat up on. Well, that Alex Cobb had a 7-inning performance with 3 hits, no runs, 1 walk, and 7 strikeouts. Won't you believe that? Oh my goodness, I absolutely have to speed up what I'm doing. Then we go into Saturday's game. Not 13-1. A close game, actually. Let's get right down to it. Noah Syndergaard, 4 1/3 on the mound, 7 hits, 4 runs, 3 of them earned. Thanks a lot for errors, guys. 1 walk and 3 strikeouts. Brad Hand gave up a run, and you get this. And because you gave up a run, you get this L, my guy. Connor Brogdon, Andrew Bellotti, Jose Alvarado came out of the bullpen and pitched great. Too bad it wasn't enough. 3 for 15 runs in scoring position. That at-bat number is where we need it to be. Now we just need to look for success. 15 is good. We just don't like that 3 for 15. Again, I got to make you guys a graph so that you can better understand what we're going for here. 10 team strikeouts on Saturday's game. Yeah, that's the no-no number. Once you hit double digits, you need to change something immediately. Rhys Hoskins and Brandon Marsh each had 3 strikeouts. Alec Boehm with 2 Ks. Again, not great, as everybody in the lineup nowadays is a huge part of this team, especially if we're trying for a playoff push for the first time in 12 years. Let's have some urgency, my guys. Although we did get some urgency from Bryson Stott and Gene Segura, who had 3 hits. Gene went 3 for 4. An amazing game. Kyle Schwarber had 2 hits. Pretty solid, but not good enough, especially when you have out of the bullpen. Zach Littell, I believe that's his first name. John Brebbia, actually a Massachusetts guy. Yarlin Garcia, the former Marlins prospect. I'm going to say Alex Young. I could be wrong. And Camilo Doval. 5 pitchers out of the bullpen. And they all pitched scoreless innings. All accounted for the last... Actually, no. Not all scoreless innings. They all pitched in and accounted for the last 3 innings of the game. That led to the Giants winning. There was no way the Phillies were going to beat that, especially because we can't hit off of bullpens in general. Or maybe that's what it shows us, is that the Phillies can't just hit off bullpens in general. And then we get into Sunday's game. Okay. We shouldn't have been close in the first place. The only reason why we were close was because JT hit a clutch home run that tied the game. And which I guess you could use the argument that the only reason why we lost is because Wilmer Flores hit a 2-run homer. And also because David Robertson is going back to his 2018 spring training form. But instead of getting injured, he's causing us problems on the field. Ranger Suarez started the game. He had 4 innings pitched, 4 hits, 3 runs, 2 walks, 4 strikeouts. Remember when Ranger Suarez pitched 6 or even 7 innings? Those were the days. Again, David Robertson came in. Just like Brad Hand, hold this giant L, my guy. Nick Nelson, Vinny Natoli, who we acquired from Toronto, I believe, in a trade. Yeah, that deadline is very, very soft. I think you have to be put on waivers and then you are able to be traded. I think that's how it works. Don't ask. I still need to understand how that works. I understand my limits. So Nick Nelson, Vinny Natoli, and Sam Coonrod came out of the bullpen, and they all did amazing. Team as a whole, 2 for 6, 8 left on base. Again, if we make that 3 for 7, we're winning this game. And if we get some clutch pitching from David Robertson. That 8 runners left on base, though, is not a good number to have. Again, JT keeping us close, only with the 3-run homer. The only reason why we were close in that game. Alec Boehm went 3 for 4. 14 team strikeouts. 14. Again, 10 is the red alert. 14 is you are not winning a game. Again, this is where, being just close on some stats and being ridiculously off on others is the reason why you lose games. That 14 team strikeouts is why you lose the game. Kyle Schwarber, Bryson Stott with 3 strikeouts, Bryson JT with 2 strikeouts. Those are key players that we're getting strikeouts from, which is not good at all. And Carlos Rodon, key free agent signing for the Giants. He pitched for San Francisco. 6 innings, 5 hits, no runs, 2 walks, 10 strikeouts. Double-digit game for Rodon, which I kind of feel bad for the Phillies in that regard, but still. 14 team strikeouts, not the greatest. So after this terrible stint, come back home. 2 easy divisional series, hopefully. I thought that this week was easy, so keep that in mind. Home series against Miami, 3-game series in Miami. Off day on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday against the Marlins. Friday, Saturday, Sunday against the Washington Nationals, who giant spoiler, my guys, as of this upload, are eliminated. So, just FYI. So now we're gonna quickly rush down the farm because adding on to the intro and the black screen, we're already up to 21 minutes, and we still have to fit in minor league and Philly of the week, so we got to go. Minor league baseball, AAA, in the middle of a playoff push, and you could tell they're a Phillies team when you when you go 1-5 in a week, in a time when you are in a middle of a playoff push. Not even to a playoff contending team. The Norfolk Tides, it's the AAA team of the Orioles. They lost Gunnar Henderson. They're gone. They are not competing at all, and we still lost. I thought it was at home, but I could be wrong. Dalton Guthrie got that call up to the major leagues. Why? Because Dave Dombrowski is an idiot, and we should have not traded Adam Hazley. Because Castellanos is injured, and we traded Adam Hazley for a guy who struggled in Class A and then somehow in our top 30 prospects list. I don't know how. We do not have Adam Hazley right now for this role, so we had to call up someone. Dalton Guthrie was doing good, though. I don't know why I'm complaining. Dalton Guthrie did good enough for the call-up. Scott Kingery, Daniel Robertson, helping up the team. I mean, enough so that they would stay competitive, not enough to win games. And Cole Eastman on the mound had a very solid start. As of right now, 69-60, 4.5 games back of the Durham Bulls, AAA team of the Rays, for that first spot. And I have no idea how minor league playoffs work. I would assume that they're already in. Like, top 2 teams get in, but it honestly could be like winner of the International League, which is a 20-team league, versus the winners of the Pacific League, which is a 10-team league. Yeah, they didn't make a Central League. They just put everybody from the Midwest over in the East League, and California and everybody just gets their own league. Ridiculous, but I don't make the rules again. I just complain about them. Double-A, they went to Hartford, Double-A affiliate of the Colorado Rockies. They went 2-4. Griff McGarry did not have a start. They shifted him over to the bullpen. They're like, look, we have no one in our bullpen, and especially no long relievers. We need one to stick. McGarry did pretty solid, and of course, he got called up to AAA. So that's another call-up alert. This one for Griff McGarry, our number 4 prospect. Good for you! Andrew Painter with 9 strikeouts on the mound over 7 innings in the Saturday start. McAble threw 5 scoreless in the Sunday start, and you still lost. At least on Sunday. I think you won on Saturday. And Vinny Vicuña, I believe. I could have made that first name up, but Vicuña on the hitting side carried for Reading. And I shouldn't say carried, because Jalen Ortiz was hitting homers, Wendell Rio was hitting home runs, Aram Corredor was hitting home runs. But Vicuña had the best OPS out of all of them over that time span. Then we go to Jersey Shore, who played on the road against the Hudson Valley Renegades, Class A advanced affiliate of the New York Yankees. They split that series 3-3. Kendall Simmons, Hao-Yu Lee leading the way at the plate, and Victor Vargas tossing, I believe, 5 or 6 innings, 6, I believe, on the mound for Jersey Shore. Very solid start for you. And Class A, I highly encourage you look at again, we're talking about the last week of August into the first week of September. Go to the Clearwater, like MILB.com/Clearwater. Go check out that schedule for that last week. Literally every single game is suspended or canceled. I believe when you add it all up, they went 1-2 at Lakeland. Someone who is more familiar with the team can double check me on that. Micah Yonamine, I like to keep track of Clearwater's draft positions. So he is a 2019 29th overall selection. He's from Hawaii. Pretty cool. But he did pretty well. And then Estebenzen Jimenez signed out of Venezuela. And Gunnar Meyer, our 2019 5th-round pick, did very solid on the mound. So we basically made it to the end of this episode. A bit of a longer episode yet again. But you know what? We are kind of growing. We're talking about more things. Honestly, expect half an hour. Like, come into these things, do not expect 20 minutes. Expect half an hour. Even still, other guys are podcasting for hours at a time. Half an hour doesn't seem that bad. You know what? Let's just go to Philly of the Week. On that terrible transition over, we now talk about Philly of the Week, which I shouldn't even give one for how terrible the 1-5 is, but I play by the rules and I play generously. I had to look through. I really wanted to make sure I didn't give it to another starter, and it was pretty easy not to. I'm sorry, but I don't think anybody pitched over 4 innings. Yeah, Nolan went 4, Ranger went 4, Gibby didn't even make it past 2. Yeah, I don't think anybody made it through 4. Falter made it through 4, but I don't want to give it to him again. But I did find someone who contributed for most of the week. He did have 3 strikeouts on Saturday. But you know what? He still had an amazing week, driving in RBIs when we need him. Had a 3-hit game on the Wednesday performance, which I know was 1 of 5. But still a pretty great accomplishment to have. That Philly of the Week award, Invisible Sad Man, goes to center fielder Brandon Marsh. Again, with a 3 RBI game Tuesday, 3 hits on Wednesday. One of the few players with a hit on Friday, like 1 of 4. Still 3 strikeouts on Saturday, but everyone struggled this week. So with all of those accomplishments for the week, Brandon Marsh, you are one of our most consistent Phillies of the week. And that's going to do it for this episode. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hopefully next week is on a much more happier tone. Let's see. You should be seeing this on my first day of school, which is kind of cool. Yeah, I got in pretty early. Late. I got in late. My brain has played tricks on me. I'm saying the opposite of what I want. So should be posting this on a Thursday. Over the weekend will be the first weekend of NFL football. So you will be getting an Eagles episode for sure. Penn State will be hosting Ohio, so you'll be getting an episode on that for sure. And, of course, the Phillies will be playing baseball. So 3 episodes next week. I'm going to assume, like, maybe Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. That's my goal. But FYI. If I don't meet that, then Wednesday, Thursday, Friday at least. But, yep, we've made it to the end of the episode. For those who can see me, hi. Sorry for the terrible hand gestures. But you will be able to see all of my socials and where you can find me right now. And remember, even if the Phillies can't beat easy division rivals, even if we choke for the 3rd year in a row, which is probably one of the harshest things I've said, even if the AAA team slips their way out of the playoffs, keep your heads high, because it's always sunny in South Philadelphia. I'll see you guys next week.